Listen, I need to explain something very deep and quite shocking. This super dark lost episode of High School DxD really haunted my dreams. I'll explain. If you haven't seen or at least heard about this anime, High School DxD is a Japanese light novel series. The story centers on Issei Hyodo, a perverted high school student from Kuo Academy who desires to be a harem king, but is killed by his first date, revealed to be a fallen angel, but is later revived by Rias Gremory, a devil, to serve her and her devil family. Issei's deepening relationship with Rias proves dangerous to the angels, the fallen angels, and the devils. I don't like this series for two reasons. One, there is way too much strong nudity, and two, there is a character I hate on the show named Azia. But why did I check it out in the first place? That's because I heard that one of my friends said that other countries decide what X-rated content is available in other countries, and that anime got a 15 rating. However, there is a lost episode of High School DxD that is way too disturbing, and etc. One day, I was playing some LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham on my Xbox 360 until I got bored, so I went on my computer to check out my email. While scrolling, I saw that one of my friends had sent an email about a missing High School DxD episode. I was going to tell them that I didn't like the series, but I read the entire email anyway. I saw that this post had a link to the lost episode they were talking about. It was a .webm file. I downloaded it and played the episode. For some reason, there wasn't a cold opening like I saw in most of the Season 2 episodes. It just went into a shot of the low-budget intro, as if somebody on YouTube had just produced it. It started with a shot of Issei's house at night, that stayed on screen for about 50 seconds, before it suddenly cut to static. I think I knew where this was going. This episode is a rip-off of Carlos.avi, and was literally trying to cash in on that creepypasta. Then it cut to another shot of the house, but we were inside, and it displayed the living room, until it cut yet again to static, but stayed on it for about 2 minutes. It then showed Azia walking left and right of a dark room for about 35 seconds until she walked up to the screen, scaring the complete crap out of me, like she was going to come out of my computer. But no, she just stared at me with a quite confused expression on her face. It stayed like this for a minute, until it went to static for another minute. Then it came back on with the room being nothing but black. Azia was still the same. It did the same thing, but once static had disappeared, Azia now had blood-red eyes, and there were some dark sounds playing in the background, and again, more static. But this stayed on for about 3 minutes this time. But then it cut to black, with reverse music. Then it showed a disturbing image of the PBS P-head. Then it cut to something that scared the living daylights out of me. It showed what looked like one of my It showed me what looked like one of my favourite YouTubers named Markiplier. I'm leaving this in. Oh my god, I can't. Man, I just can't. It showed me what looked like one of my favourite YouTubers named Markiplier. But he was completely covered in blood, and he had black hollow holes for eyes. This stayed on for a minute, until it went to static for 5 seconds. It cut back to Azia, but now she was much scarier than I thought. The room she was standing in was now drenched in blood, and Azia now had a really dark smile. Then it cut to, well, you know, the rest. Azia was much, much darker than I could ever think. She was now in a room with a red silhouette behind her. She had an eye missing, and in her other eye, lots and lots of blood in it. Then I heard footsteps rapidly getting fast. It then showed Rhys Gremory jump scaring me with bloodshot eyes. I clicked out of the video and deleted the file, including the email that was given. After that, I emailed my friend about this and asked him what the hell he was trying to do to me. He briefly apologised and told me that it was all a lost episode. Then I decided to email the studio that produced the show and the manga. I managed to get an email from them 2 hours later, and it was written in a form of a lost episode I had heard about once. This is what the email said. Dear Anon, thank you for taking the time to write to us. We were quite surprised by your story about the unaired episode of High School DxD that you discovered. We are grateful that you contacted us concerning it. We can personally assure you that TNK, as well as other anime studios, claim no ownership or liability whatsoever regarding the episode. However, we still feel that an explanation is in order. Unfortunately, we are unable to provide details of the episode's creation, as we simply don't know this happened. God, I need to get control of myself. Back in 2014, we received a DVD in a package with no return address. The words, Mr. Hizaki, were written on the package, along with the tape. There was a letter from him, stating that he was the biggest fan of the High School DxD series, and he asked for our approval to air his fan-made creation on television. We were quite flattered that a fan would send us fan-made episode for the airing. However, when our editors viewed it for the refinements, they were quite appalled by its nature. A few of the staff who viewed the episode unbelievably went into shock and had to be transported to the emergency room immediately. Due to the horrifying content, we had absolutely no plans to air this episode. We passed the tape to a private collector, but we were dismayed to discover that he had made copies. We ask that you please do not release the content of this tape or this letter to the public, as we do not want to upset the viewer who love and support our shows for older people. With warm regards, the creator. What was that email thinking? They were literally trying to copy off a lost episode I read before. After this, I experienced a lot of nightmares for about 2 months. I couldn't seem to get this lost episode out of my head. If you see this episode, don't watch it for the love of God. And that, my dorks, was Azure.webm, a High School DxD lost episode creepypasta. My final thoughts on this story? I love this so much. It is so bad, but it's so good at the same time. Oh my god, no offense to the writer here, but oh my god, this was perfect. First of all, referencing other creepypastas. Next up, creepy and cliche tropes like bleeding eyes, and then mentioning Markiplier out of nowhere. I lost it during the recording, and I don't care if this sounds terrible, I'm still leaving it in. Congratulations, writer, you actually got me to break down during a narration. I don't hate you for this, honestly. Everybody makes a bad story eventually, but oh my god, I love this story. It's one of my favourites now. It's so bad it's good. Thank you for making this, for the love of God, you've made my day today. But if I had to rate this story out of 10, I'm gonna give it a 3, to be generous. There is so much wrong with the story, but then again there is some enjoyment. It made me laugh like hell. But I can't fault the creator too much. Everybody makes one bad story, and if you learn from your mistakes, I can't fault you. Anyways, this has been the Dark Author, with a High School DxD creepypasta. I never thought they would actually make one, but there is one. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, hit the bell so you can stay up to date with my latest videos, and let me know what did you guys think of this story. I'll see you all later. Goodbye, have a good day.